Greetings. Greetings. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? My name is Selkis Ray. I am an artist, author, poet, relationship expert, spiritual advisor, medicine woman. What else? Life coach. Healer. Healer for women. Above and beyond everything else, everything I do is for healing, for helping us, me, you, everybody heal. We gotta heal. Heal. So, today's top. Oh, duh. The Ugly Girls Club website is officially live. Yay! It is live. All the links to it, to my email, info at the Ugly Girls Club. If you have a question, if you want to send me content, I'm looking for you ladies to give me your stories, give me your pictures, give me your testimonials about how I have helped you so I can add all of that to the site. It is our meeting place, it's our hub. I'm going to create, once I start getting the content in, there will be a members only section. It's not on there yet, but as soon as I get some of your content in, there will be a private section where we can share, we can talk about deep and dark and dirty stuff. Members only. So I am ecstatic that it's finally live. The Ugly Girls Club has launched. So it is a work in progress too. It is a work in progress too. I'm adding content to it every minute of the day. And I've also started a podcast. Yay! On SoundCloud. The link is also in the description box. I'm excited about that. You know why? Because I didn't realize, well, I knew it, but I enjoy hearing me talk. I find that I can be a little bit more creative with my speaking voice than I can visually. I think it's so much more. But this buffering is getting on my last nerves. I think I might have to change telephone companies or some. I don't know if it's the phone or my service. I'm still not sure of what it is, but I'm sick of it. So bear with me while I try to figure out what I'm going to do next on that. So, yes, the podcast is officially up and running. I think I got about 4 streams on there. You guys got to check it out. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to uglygirls.com. Send your testimonials in. Send your stories in. Send your pictures in. I don't need you being ashamed to show your face. This is not how we roll in. This is not how we roll. We're not ashamed of what we are. We're not ashamed of what we've been through. You know, we're not ashamed of the lessons that we learned. We're going to sup with each other and confer degrees in the catacombs. That's what we're going to do. So, with that said, the topic of this video is "You Stupid Like Me." I think that's what I put the title as. And the reason why I am saying that is because we are really under some impression that other people really, other women I should say, have it better than some of us. Based on how they look, based on what they've acquired and whatever. Listen, it's all smoke and mirrors. I don't know how many ways to say it, but I'm sure going to try to figure out as many creative ways to say that it is all an illusion. No woman has it any better than you. I know she thinks she does. I know that. You know, her ego gets the better of her. She's a little bit cute because people told her that she was cute. So she's counting on her cuteness to get her through life, to get her the attention, the resources, the connections, and all that stuff. And that's real and it's true. But that doesn't mean she's any better than you. You have to utilize your own magic. This is the one and only problem the rest of us have. We are settling because we are afraid of more rejection. So what I have to say to that is you will be rejected. People think you're stupid now. So you walking around with a hush mouth is not going to really curtail anything. People think you're stupid now. So you might as well voice your opinion. You might as well tell everybody what you think. You might as well lose a few friends. I think you need to lose a few friends. You need to know who your friends are. You need to show who you are so you know who your friends are. Because some of you are fronting. Your whole friendship is based on fraudulence. And you are scared to lose a friend. And everything about your relationship with your friends is fake to begin with. Huh? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So no, 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 no. Don't assume that. Listen to me. How many times do you meet somebody? Meet someone you admire. Get to know them and become disappointed. When you really find out who they really are, you're disappointed. How many times? Talk to me. Talk to me. How many times when you get up close, when you get up close to them and you really see everything, how many of you maintain your admiration for them? How much of your admiration is maintained when you really get up close to see who they are? And what happens when you really get to see who they are? You go, oh, you just like me. Oh, you regular. Oh, there's nothing really that special about you. Come on, ladies. Come on now. Am I talking to myself here? Let me know that I'm talking to somebody in this house. How many times? That should let you know that we're all BSing out here. Afraid. We all are trying to please people. We're all trying to win the favor. And there is no new relationship that's going to be real than anything you've ever had. I mean, that's the honest truth. The new relationship that you get into, once the veil gets lifted off of that, and you see this man for who he is, or he sees you for who you are, it goes back to the same shite. The same shite of, ugh, you really aren't perfect. Oh man. I tried this again, and you the same dude that I dated 10 years ago. You mean to tell me this is the same thing over and over again? I haven't been able to escape this? No. No. Every woman, you've done stupid things, and every woman you admire has done stupid things. You've been not too conscientious in your decision making, and every woman that you know, pretty or not, has done the same thing, made the same mistakes, has the same fears, has the same self-doubt, self-deprecation in the quietness of her room when nobody's looking and she don't have to put on an Instagram show. She's worrying about the same shite you are, the same things. Why am I saying this? Because we got to get a hold of this jealousy thing. We have to get a hold of this jealousy and envy thing, because I feel that jealousy and envy ages you. It makes you sick. It makes you even more stupid than you are right now. You lose brain cells with this thing. Why? Because your life goes on pause. You stop learning. You stop trying. You stop, being inspired to be your best. Your whole life goes to pause because of jealousy. Why? Because, look, What's the point if I can't be like her? That's what happens when you're thinking in a jealous mode. You're thinking, well, if I can't be like that, then why even bother? I'm just gonna get hurt anyway. He just ain't gonna like me anyway. I'm just not gonna get respect anyway. I'm just. So you do nothing because you assume that if you can't be like her over there, what is the use in trying? So you start dying. This is what jealousy does. It kills you. It's real slow. It's a slow walk, but it's a slow and a steady walk. Jealousy takes your life away. How do we combat this? By what I just said. There is no woman that's better than you. I don't care what it looks like on the outside. There's nobody that's better than you. You get up close enough to anybody and you're going to be effing disappointed. The luster starts to rust. Anybody you come toe to toe with, elbow to elbow with, spend a day with, spend a month with, spend a year with, when you see everything, you realize they're the same as you. So I need you to realize that even if you're not toe to toe, even if you're not elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder and spending a day to day with anybody, I need you to assume that their shite stinks just like yours. Just like yours. Sulcus was looking for a sisterhood, but I attracted a lot of jealousy from women. It kind of broke my heart. Okay, well, you know what it is. It's a pathology. They are fearful. Anybody who's jealous is fearful. That's driven by fear of rejection. They're afraid of rejection. This is why they're jealous. Somehow they're seeing you as a threat to what they possibly can get or what they possibly can do, which is an illusion, right? They're afraid. They're afraid of being rejected. They're afraid that you're going to take something from them because they're losers. And you should take something from a loser. If you're a loser and you're not doing anything to be a winner, then you should get robbed. Hello? You should. What are you earning? Are you earning what you want? We have to earn what we want. We have to earn what we want. Women want things handed to them. Women don't give unless there's a reason. I told y'all that in the last slide. Men are really better givers than women. Women need a reason to be your friend. You have to look a certain way. But for a woman to be your friend, you have to look a certain way, right? There's conditions that women operate on, even in friendship. There's a certain criteria you have to meet in order to befriend another woman. This is the sickness that we have. This is the sickness that we have. And you're afraid of who now? And you're a woman. You know how women are, and you're intimidated by other women? How sway? And you're a woman and you know what we do? But you see, the problem is that we lie so much. You lie so much till you're not even sure of what's true anymore. You're not confident in your own ability to discern because you lie so much on a day-to-day basis that the truth is upside down. Upside down. This is why I say you better embrace that word ugly. You better embrace it because some of you are. Some of us are. Some of us are a little bit ugly and some of us are a lot ugly. There's degrees of ugly, right? And you spend a lot of time listening to people give you false hope. Oh, you're so beautiful in God's eyes. Which God are we talking about here? Which God are we talking about here? Really? Everyone's beautiful in God's eyes. Not according to nature. Not according to nature. Some things are allowed to live and some things go away. Some things go extinct. Some things by nature says they can't be here any longer. You have to go. How is that? If we all entitled to be here, then why does things like that happen? Nature says the opposite of that. Only the strong survive. That's what I see in nature. Only the strong survive. We have hierarchies set in place, like I said in the other live, and even heaven has guards. Even heaven has security guards. So there is no utopia here on earth. Get that shite out of your mind. There is no utopia here on earth. And if you are an unattractive woman, you have to give people a reason to respect you even more than another woman who seemingly has more value because she's cute. But guess what happens? Guess what happens to the cute women? They get found out. Talk to me. They get found out. When the veil is lifted and the men get close enough to them to see their weaknesses, their hearts get broken too, my dear. They get used and abused and dropped like hot grits too. Same thing. Same thing. So the jealousy thing, listen. There's so much you can do that you don't do. And you deserve the abuse that you're getting because you're not living up to your fullest potential. And that's really the bottom line. You're stupid. Embrace it. Admit it. Be okay with it. Don't wrestle with it anymore. You're not that smart. And neither are the women that you're jealous of. That's the point. Nobody's really that smart. You be around somebody long enough and you see them do some dumb shite, won't you? You see them do something, you go, ooh, okay, what was that about? That don't fit this whole script you're running here. What the hell was that? You know how many attractive women are not clean? Like hygienically have an issue with how to wipe and wash? Are you kidding me? And we're jealous? No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't spend another day with that. Admit what you are, admit your shortcomings, and then exploit what isn't a shortcoming. That's what you do. Total submersion in what isn't a shortcoming about you. You are flawed. The people that you love are flawed. The people that you admire are flawed. The people in power are flawed. Everybody's flawed. Even God admitted he made a mistake making us. Okay? Everybody's flawed. So that's what it is. That does happen. What's also common among women is them discouraging you to follow your dreams. Well, you know there's that too. You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be your own cheerleader. It's like you can't make a move unless somebody says, "Okay, go ahead and make the move." Okay, I think you're smart enough to do that. Go ahead. What if that never comes? Because for some of us, it won't. For some of us, the support that we want are going to probably come from strangers. It might not even, it probably won't be family. It'll be people you barely even know. Life works like that. So what are you going to do? Wait? Wait? Wait for what? Wait for never. Some of you are waiting for never. And that's what it is. Ooh, let me show you my painting. I just finished this. Can you see it? This one is Frida Kahlo. Who knows Frida? The Mexican artist who got into a car accident and started painting. She has a unibrow. I love me some Frida Kahlo. So I painted her. Yes, this is my newest piece. I love her. She's going to be up in my store. She will be up in my store today. And what else do I have? I don't know if I showed y'all this before, but I'm in love with her too. All of my girls have really big juicy eyes. So they can see everything that's going on. So they can see all the stuff that's going on. I love abstract portraits. I work with acrylic mostly, acrylic watercolor stuff. So I'm loving it. I really love her. She's so bold. She's so bold and beautiful and delicate and innocent. She's everything. She's everything. And let me show you this one. This is a tiny one. Ain't she cute? I got it in the wrapper. I have to mount her. This is one of my favorites. She actually looks like my daughter. My little one. She has locks in her hair and everything. It's so cute. Listen, you gotta create. You gotta do what you gotta do. Go to my art site, iloveherart.com, and pick you up something special today. If you want any one of these paintings, you can cash at me too, and I'll send it to you. This one is actually $60. $60, and she'll come mounted, matted. I don't send you no work janky now. It's all top class going on over here. So all of these paintings will come mounted. So make sure you go there. Yesterday's live helped me understand that there's no heaven on earth. There's no heaven in heaven. Bingo! Bingo! There isn't. So while, and you know why that's important? Because some of us waste so much time contemplating about why life isn't fair. Some of us waste so much brain cells and panel discussions and conversations with different the topic of fairness. Thank you, Miss Red. And there is no such thing, not even in heaven. Everyone has a job to do based on their abilities. The angels ain't equal. If the angels ain't equal, who are closest to God, then what we talking about down here on earth? What we talking about here in Babylon? You got to make your way. You got to make your way with what you have. I say, how many times I say, I'm not the smartest person, no way, shape, form, no how. I'm a little crazy too. I admit that. But I feel that my attributes, even the things that may be considered a negative, help me in being able to convey messages to you. It helps me as a healer. Because I don't like pretentiousness. I don't like people who claim to heal that make it seem like they're perfect. There's something wrong. I'm like, what are you hiding there? What are you hiding? My antennas immediately go up. Like, you're not flawed in any way. And I don't know how you sisters could even watch them. I see some of these sisters, everything is perfectly coiffed. You have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this. And I'm like, really? Where's the grit? Where's the dirt at? Where's your vulnerability at? I can't connect with any healer that doesn't show vulnerability, because then to me that means you're putting on a show for me. You're putting on a show and you're putting on an act, because there's always something in the background going on. Always something in the background going on. So if you presenting perfection, I'm already turned off. I'm like, okay, where's the real healers at? Because every healer who's actually a healer has been through some things. They've been through some things. And they're okay with stating what they've been through. You know? because they're beyond it. And they're okay with it because what they've been through is the reason why they heal people, why they help people, why they life coach people or whatever. For the reasons of their own trials and tribulations. So I can't connect with the charade, the facade, the pageantry, and all that stuff like some of y'all do. I'm like, how do people listen to this? Like there's no revelation here. There's no revelation here. It's just some chick sitting down with her legs crossed saying, look at me, and giving generic surface information. That don't change your life. You smile and she looks good, so you want to believe her. She looks good, so you think because she looks good that you can believe her. But if y'all don't start applying the wisdom, the nuggets, the gems, and the jewels that I'm giving y'all here, if y'all get scammed, then it is what it is. But it ain't that I didn't teach you. It's not that I didn't teach you. If you are part of this coalition, the Ugly Girls Coalition, you understand that it ain't never about the surface with nobody, male or female. Nobody. You're not easily impressed by anybody, male or female, because you always know in the back of your mind that there's something else. There's something else behind the facade. This is an act that I'm seeing up front. This is an act. Any man that approaches you for dinner and a movie, I want to get to know you and all, and I like you and all that, that's an act. Oh God, please get it in your head. It's an act. It's an act until you see past the veil. And this is why there's nothing you can wear that's going to change somebody's mind about what you actually are, because your veil is going to be lifted too. Once they get close enough and see that your shite stinks too, then you're going to have to deal with everything you were hiding behind that designer suit. You're going to have to face everything that you were hiding, trying to conceal from him, by dressing well, by doing your hair, by talking softly, by telling him you have a degree, or showing him your tax returns. Like some of y'all have done that. I don't know what that's about. And you get exposed after a while. If you don't own your stink, you gotta own your stink. You gotta own your trauma, your molestation, whatever it is you went through in your past. Maybe you were a pregnant teen mom or something like that. Whatever it is, you gotta own your stench, so that nobody can come along and say, "Oh, I'm gonna uplift you." What? What? Uplift me how? How can you uplift me when you got your own fears and your own demons that you gotta dance with? Nobody can uplift you. Now that's another joke. That's really another joke. You have to see the God within yourself. You have to cheer your own self on. You have to drag your arse to the gym when you don't want to. You got to eat the salad when you really want a beer. You just got to do the right thing. Do you know self-esteem is about doing the right thing? It is nothing else. It's not convoluted. It is not that complicated. Self-esteem, building self-esteem is about doing the right thing most of the time, if not all of the time. The reason why you don't have any is because you're guilty. It's because you feel guilty about not doing the right thing. Oh, I had sex with him and I shouldn't have. Now your self-esteem is in question because you didn't do the right thing. Oh, I ate this cake and I know I'm trying to lose 15 pounds. What I eat this cake for? And here comes the guilt again, because I didn't do the right thing. That's all this thing is. That's all this thing is. People try to turn stuff into, I don't know, surgery. Make it as complicated as surgery. And really, it's a decision. Listen to me. Your depression is not something that you have. You can have syphilis, you can have gonorrhea, and you can have AIDS. Those are things that you have. Depression is something that you do. It's what you do. You get into character, you stomp your shoulders, you talk whiny, you start crying, you start binge eating, maybe you drink alcohol or whatever it is you do to get you into that sorry for me, I want to kill myself mode. You get into character and you do it. It is something that you do. Just like happiness is something that you do too. Happiness is something that you do also. Do something different. Do something different. It's a choice. This thing is a choice, all of it. And I know nothing that I say is fashionable. Nothing that I say is mainstream. I think everything I say is controversial. Everything I say sounds crazy. And I understand that it does. It really does sound crazy. But look around you. Look at our society. Look at the world. What is saying about our environment? If you could be sane in the kind of environment that we in and don't raise an eyebrow and fully functioning like there's nothing going on, then there's something really wrong with you. There's something really, really wrong with you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, I got my mission, and I want to help women all over the world. All over the world actualize their full potential. To not be afraid of mistakes, of rejection, of falling on your face, of men. Lord have mercy. Stop being afraid of men too. Stop being afraid of people in general. Because everybody's shite stinks. Everybody. Are you kidding me? You better make life a game. Because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is in a nutshell. In a nutshell. So with that said, if y'all don't have any questions, I'm going to get off this horn, head on over to the gym and do my sit-ups and squats and whatever else. All the things I don't want to do. I got to head on over there and do it and get it out the way. So again, the Ugly Girls Club is officially live. Send me your stories, your pictures, your testimonials so I can put it on the site. And because I have a section on there called Be Unique, and I want like I want pictures of women just from everywhere. I want to celebrate us. I want every woman to see the flavors of us, how we come. I want you to show off your swag, your style. You need to develop a unique look. Stop competing, stop mimicking other women. To get your mind out of this compete mode, you got to do something different. I don't compete with anybody. Okay? Not near one. You see me coming and you move out of my way. That's just it. I'm not trying to be like anybody else because me staying in my lane is peace there. There's no bumps. There's nobody telling me what to do or what I can't do or anything like that. It's a clear road when I'm in my own lane. Do that for yourself. Do that for yourself. It's time to celebrate you. It's time to celebrate you. It really is. And this is what the Ugly Girls Club is about. This is what it's all about. So, thank you, Deb. So, if y'all don't have anything else, anybody has questions, comments, anything before I go, please like up the stream. That will help the channel out as well. A like don't cost you nothing. A thumbs up don't cost you a dime. I know y'all be holding it like, I ain't giving her my like. A like ain't gonna cost you nothing. Not one red cent. So, nothing else? Nobody? Am I not seeing the comments? Maybe I'm not seeing it. Somebody say something so I know that my comments are working. Say hey or something. I feel like the comments have stopped. Oh man, I think there's something wrong with it. All right, y'all. I don't see anything. Oh. Oh, hey, Rosemary. I thought there was something wrong with my comments. Are you just getting here or you been here? I sleep to your voice every night. Oh my goodness. Do you? Who is that? Bourbon? Bourbon? You said you sleep to my voice every night. I thank God for you. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. Well, then you need to subscribe to the podcast because I think you, if you like my voice, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy the podcast. I'm gonna be telling more stories on there, going into other things that I don't get into there. So it'll be interesting to see how that builds and what it grows into. So make sure I'm on SoundCloud, as I said. Oh, you been there? Thank you, Anai. Thank you. You're amazing too. Claim your amazingness. Y'all gotta you understand that nobody's stopping you from doing that? Nobody's stopping you from doing that. I say what I am. I don't wait for nobody to tell me I can do anything. Nothing at all. No, I understand the wait game. The waiting game is a wait till never game. And I don't get into that. Selkis, the things you say is seriously life changing. I'm trying to help y'all. That's the mission. That's what I'm here to do. And I just wanted to sink in. I know it's gonna take a little time. I know we're fighting against our own filters, each one of us, and how we see the world, and what we've been indoctrinated with, and how our biology. So there's that. But this is serious. So Rosemary, I would love for you to send me an email with write a testimonial up and send your picture. I don't see a picture in your avatar. You need to put a picture up. What are y'all hiding for? Some of y'all don't have no avatars up. Who are you hiding from? Only yourself? You're hiding from being judged? Why? Why? Get used to it. Don't be afraid. Get used to it. You need to put a picture up. You need to. Don't hide the grill. Don't hide what you're working with. Especially if I don't understand, how can you hide? You want love. You want someone to love you, and you're hiding. Like, well, I don't know. How does that work? How does that work? You want someone to love you for you, but you're hiding. In order for someone to love you for you, you gotta love you for you. You gotta start loving you for you. That's the first order of business. A lot of y'all, I want a rich man, and I want a man who make high six figures and this and that and the other, and you like, you on Xanax or something like that. You taking antidepressant medications and stuff, but you want somebody to love you for you. It doesn't work like that. You gotta love the mess. You gotta love the organized part of you, and you gotta love the mess too. You gotta love it all, so that when someone talks to you, they know they cannot manipulate you. Do you understand that is the only way to get over being manipulated? By loving your mess? How are we manipulated? Usually we're manipulated by the other person exploiting us for the things that we're ashamed of. That's how manipulation starts. They find out what the chink in your armor is, what you're ashamed of, and they exploit you. They exploit your weaknesses. But if you address the elephant in the room, If you address your pink elephant from the gate, where are they going to get ammunition from? Where? Everyone is manipulated based on what they are ashamed of about themselves. Mm-hmm. Some of us are. Some of us are ashamed how we look, and we get manipulated because we are ashamed of how we look. And the reason why I stress adopting and embracing the word ugly is to shake off the shame. Because it's shameful to say that. It is. Ooh, I call myself ugly. Ooh, how can I say that? You feel icky. You feel like, oh man, I really feel like I'm degrading myself. Shame. But you only feel what you feel anyway. Hello? You only feel what you feel anyway. We're just talking it out loud. And you have to expose how you feel in order to organize and regulate how you feel. You got to expose it. You got to expose it. Shame. So if you say, well, I know I don't look all that great. It is what it is. And guess what you're still going to have to do, though? If you're in my face, guess what you're still going to have to do? You're still going to have to come up with what you got to come up with in order for me to be your girl. That doesn't change. The fact that I'm unattractive doesn't change what you have to do to get me. And that's the mentality that you're going to have. Because, listen, he's going to sell you on accepting a lower offer. He's going to try to sell that to you. Because this is what relationships are. Courtships is a game of sales. How much are you going to give me for that? Okay, I want this. I want $50. Okay, well, I have 15. So at that point, you either go, okay, well, I'll take that. Oh, thank you, Olivia. Thank you for the donation. So after the offer is made, you know what you want in your mind based on what you feel you're worth. And let's hope you've evaluated yourself honestly, right? And he comes with a counter offer based on what he thinks you're worth. And from that point, you could say, I think that's fair. Come on, let's go have sex. Or, no, that's not $15. No, that's not going to work. But I will gladly allow you to get me a Subway sandwich in a big gulp from 7-Eleven. You can do that. You can take the $15 and buy me a big gulp and a foot long. That's what you could do. So it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. When you look at it like that, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks you're worth. It's what you accept as your worth. If you're accepting the offer, you can't blame nobody for lowballing you if you accept the offer. And that's what a lot of y'all are doing. Oh, he didn't treat me right. Well, you accepted it. You accepted the offer. You accepted what he was coming with. You accepted that he had no money, that he wasn't able to give you the lifestyle or the experience or the commitment or whatever it is that you wanted. You accepted it. So you have to understand that you have control over this thing. You have more control. You have more control over it than you think. More than you think. You want to be attractive and magnetic? You have to, in order to do that, you have to be okay with all of you, with your whole thing, the good and the bad. That's how you become magnetic. The reason why you're not is because you're suppressed. The reason why you're not a magnetic woman and you're walking around as as an invisible woman and nobody's approaching you, nobody's offering you anything, nobody's talking to you is because you're suppressed. And you're suppressed because you're afraid because you're guilty. And you feel guilt because you don't do the right thing. You feel guilt, honor yourself. It's a cycle. Somebody is smoking it up out here. I'm getting contact. Woo! Good. That's some ooh wee. I don't know where it's coming from either, but the thing is strong as all get up. So, that is. Oh God, I can't see my comments. What's the goings on? Oh, there it is. But it is intimacy with the man before marriage, not a loss. Is intimacy with a man before marriage not a loss to any woman? Of course it's a loss. Of course it's a loss. Because you're giving on hope. You're giving on a handshake instead of a contract. So the odds that you will lose are very high when you do that. But listen, our society normalizes it. You're expected to give and show of good faith that he will come through with his part on his end and actually marry you or something like that. We are indoctrinated with a good woman works on faith that he's going to produce. You act as if. Isn't that what we're told? Act as if. Act as if he will marry you. So you cook for him. You run his little kids from another relationship back and forth to daycare. You iron his clothes. You have sex on the ready whenever he wants it. You give him keys to your spot. You give him your PIN number to your bank account. I was reading the other day, this chick, Lord have mercy. Some chick met this guy on a dating site, married him a week later. They went house shopping. They went and bought a house. She gave him $80,000 in cash to buy furniture for the house. As soon as the dude got the $80,000, he skated off and rescinded the whole contract for the house. And she never saw him again. Uh-huh. A week. Number one, you got him from a dating site. You marry him, like, I mean, that I don't know what he was working with for any woman to say 1 week later. I'm hoping it was a month instead of an actual week. Because that would make a little bit more sense. But according to the report, it was like a week later. They got married. She gave him $80,000. So from that, lets me know this dude was broke. She was obviously the one who had. If you could run $80,000 in cash, say, go here, boo, go. Lace up our living room and our bedroom. You go handle that. She had some bread. She had some paper, and all he had was his what in his hands. He had his little eggplant in his hands. That was his contribution, and he took this woman's money and left her. She didn't put him through no trial. She didn't wait to observe anything. She believed that he loved her because maybe the intimacy was good. Listen, you could have all kind of 5, 10, 55 nuts. You could make him nut 5, 10, and 55 times, and he still be like, "It's been real. I'll call you when I need to get up again. I'll call you. Don't call me. I'll call you." You give him 55 nuts, and he could still be, "Don't call me. I call you." This is why I tell you women who do have money like that, if your money's long like that, you don't need to be putting that up front as no selling point to any man. Because the only men that would see that as a selling point are men who don't have money. A man who's self-sufficient don't care what you do. You could be working on your GED. If you're cute enough, girl, let me get you a private tutor. What else you need? What else you need? If a man feels you're worth it, he will spend. Do you understand that? If you can't get a man to spend on you, it's because he feels you're not worth it. This is not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Some of you women leading with your money. That's the biggest mistake you could ever do. Because then you don't know what he's there for. Because men in general are there for one thing. Men in general are there for one thing, even when they like you. They want that one thing at least first, right? So if you talking about I got this and I'm an executive here or there and all that kind of stuff, and especially to a dude that you know he's a lower status than you. Listen, if you're gonna go for a low status dude, then say you're a secretary. Say you're a virtual assistant or something like that. If you know the dude ain't got nothing, it doesn't behoove you to tell this man you making $1 million a year, cause you're gonna be like this lady who got scammed out of 80 G's. 80 G's. Desperate. Desperate. This is what happens to ugly women. We get exploited because we have the stench of desperation and lack of choices. We wear that on our sleeves. You don't look happy. Ugly women don't look happy. You don't look like you like yourself. You don't look happy. You look like you need to be rescued. Here they come. Oh, I'll rescue you. How much you make? What's your PIN number? Can I get that debit card? And then you get scammed. It would behoove you to look like you're excited about life, to look like you're enthusiastic, to look like you're not intimidated by anyone, and that doesn't wear as conceit. If you're an unattractive woman, don't do the conceit thing. You can't pull that off. Only the cute girls can really get away with that, because men will still try, even with a stink attitude, he'll still try. But you gotta be wearing that smile like you wear a bra. Like you get up in the morning, you get dressed, and you put your bra and your panties on. Put your smile on too. Put your smile on too. Don't look like you have nothing to offer. Don't look like you're desperate. Don't look like you're dissatisfied. You want a relationship based on pity? Because that's all you get. Let me make you feel good for a while. I know you haven't felt good in a while. I know you've been without, So let me go ahead and give you this thing to make you feel good for a while. And then the other person feels like this little thing that he gives you to make you feel good for a while is actual compensation. Is of actual value. Because you're walking around like life is miserable. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that. And don't flash your money. Tell them you're a virtual assistant, you're a social worker. I don't know. You say something, but don't do I'm an executive, this and that, around men who don't have no money. Don't do it. And you know the problem with that? You know why women with money don't have issues dealing with men with money is because you think your value is equated the same as a man who has money. And it's not the same thing. If you have money as a woman, you're still an ugly woman with money. If you have money and you're unattractive or you're old, you're either an old woman with money or an ugly woman with money. It doesn't upgrade you. It just makes you more exploitable. It doesn't make you the cream of the crop of anything. A girl at Waffle House can get the same thing you can get if she has a nice enough personality and a cute shape. She doesn't need education or six figures in her bank account. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need that. So you have to be careful with these things. You have to be careful with these things. That your money does not make you more attractive. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. It makes men more attractive, but it doesn't make women more attractive. And I'm not saying that you downplay your accomplishments, because here we go with that, I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud and I worked hard for my degree and all that. Okay, that's fine, but we're talking about love right now. A whole different bag. This is a whole different bag. We're talking about love and relationships and how men quantify worth and how women quantify worth, and your degree does not translate into that. Now, some people say, it might be based on race, because other races of men like professional women and all that stuff. Well, have at it. I'm not an expert in that. I don't campaign for women to go that route. If you want someone to respect your degree, then marry a Chinese guy. Then maybe you should try to get one of them Koreans. I don't know. I don't know. But dealing with us, the man and woman dynamic that I know of, I've seen too many women get burned. I got burned doing that. Are you kidding me? I've done that. Well, I'm not cute, but I gave the dude my card. I did that. Please, and it don't end well. They wind up screwing who they want to screw across town on your dime in your car. That's what they do. They're across town with the women they want to be with, and they riding her around in your whip. They taking her to eat on your card. You're buying the condoms too. He's charging your card to get the condoms and contraceptives and everything. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. It is what it is. It is what it is. It seems like there's something more about him that you don't like. It may be best to keep your options open to men you like who actively pursue you. That's always the best option for any woman is to consider a man that is in actual pursuit of her instead of her pursuing him, because you don't know the intentions of men, and men for the most part are takers. They will take, even if they don't like you, they'll take your vagina. They don't have to like you to take it. They don't have to like you to take your money or what's in between your legs. They don't have to. So because they don't have to, you got to figure out a different way you have to vet him. And the only way to vet a man is to see how motivated he is to want you in his life. That's the only way. You can't make it easy for them by getting on your knees and chasing him down, and you the one making calls and making plans and all that kind of stuff. And you feel you can do that because you got money, and it's all right because the other way is antiquated and we ain't into gender roles no more and all that kind of stuff. Are you kidding me? Yeah, have at it. Have at it. I know that you don't like topics on black men, but I want your observation. Do you believe that a lot of black men would date outside his race if he had a lot of money? Do I believe that if a lot of black men would date outside their race if he had a lot of money? I believe that a man with money can get the best of whatever race it is. A man with money has access to the best of anything, whether she's black, white, purple, yellow, pink. It seems, though, that when certain levels of success are experienced, that there's a certain pool of women that are considered at different levels of success. There's that too. But I also feel this, is that how much complaining can we do when we're the ones emulating the women that you claim these men want to date too? There's that. A lot of black women won't admit that they want to be like white women, but a lot of us do. A lot of us do. You straightening your hair and wearing weaves and all that stuff that don't match how your hair naturally grows out of your scalp. You're buying labels of what you wearing white labels on your back. You don't support black designers, black artists, African clothes, cultural this or that and the other. I mean, you're living a white woman's life. You may have a black body. The most black thing about you is that you have a big behind, but everything about you, your mentality is white. Your mentality is white, your want is white, and you're trying your best to be as white of a black woman as you can be. And then so, to me there's that too. To me there's that too. That's an issue with us. We're not honest about that. We're not honest, but some of us do wish, a whole lot of us. I wouldn't even say some. I think a whole lot of us wish we were another race. Wish maybe not white, but oh, if I was mixed, if I was a mixed girl, everything would be okay. So when we talk about men chasing around these women, we don't deal with how we represent ourselves. It's like we're telling half the story here too. We're telling half the story here too. So I don't know. Absolutely so, because we talked about fake confidence. Even for me, I like my wigs and my natural hair. I mean, there is that. How can we as black women blame black men for liking other races that we emulate? How, Sway? How? Oh, she's black. She's black. Anyone, any black woman that's black with straight hair, I know something's going on there. Something is going on there, and I'm not doing a right or wrong thing of it, because I got my own shite too. But something is going on there. So we're not too many of us are really in a position where we could point fingers when it comes to interracial dating. You will scour the whole of YouTube and all the channels where the sister is black and the guy is white, and they're doing the whole interracial vlogging thing. And you look at their subscriber list, it's a million subscribers, 900,000 subscribers, 2 million. I mean, what's that about? A million subscribers? Why are we we're so enamored by that? It's so fascinating, and we daydream about that. Ooh, if I could give you a white dude. A lot of sisters want that. So what are we complaining about? I don't think that black men want it more than black women do. I don't think that. I think we front. And I think we're fronting because we're representing what we're not naturally. So I think you can say I'm black because biologically that's what you are. But what you're representing, how you present yourself, says something else. So we can't point the fingers at brothers for wanting to dip out and be with someone who's authentically whatever it is they are, as opposed to us when we're like a knockoff version of what we trying to be. We got to be honest. We got to be honest. I think that black men should date outside his race if he wants to. I genuinely feel that way. You know what I'm concerned about? Just me. I'm concerned about how I'm treated. I'm concerned about the interactions that I have with anybody. Are you respecting me? Are you respecting my boundaries? What is your intention? What do you think you're gonna get from this? What do you want to get from this? What are you willing to give me to get this? That's the only thing I'm concerned with, and that's the only thing you should be concerned with. What black men do, unless what's between your legs is a community property, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not intimidated by any brother running to a white woman or whoever to date or whatever. It's his choice. Am I feeling bad because of it? No. I'm not responsible for you loving or not loving black women. That's not my responsibility. If there is no we, there's just me. And there is no everybody. There's just you. At the end of the day, when you peel off all of this fluff, you're gonna understand. One day you're gonna narrow this thing down to, oh, it's just me. I tell you don't have no friends, it's just you. I tell you most of the relationships that you're in, the people don't want to be with you, so it's just you. Even your kids leave you after a while. Even they don't stay forever. It's just you. You're not responsible for swaying the minds of masses of men. They do what they want to do. They have a right to do what they want to do. We have to deal with our own thing, and what we pass off as self love. And a lot of it is a joke. A lot of it is pretentious. It's fluff. It really is fluff. I don't think no black woman should have a problem with a black man doing whatever he wants to do. You don't want that person who wants to go there anyway. Sayonara. Oh, that's your position? And are you open about that? Because I like men who are open about their positions, because then I don't trip over you. I don't bump into you or start some pseudo relationship with you, even though you don't, I'm not what you really want. Then the chance of you getting into a trap with them diminishes, or it goes to zero, because he's clear and he's open about his position. Listen, respect people like that. Respect people like that. There are black men that say, you know what, I don't date black women. I don't like black women. I don't like how they look. I don't like their bodies. I don't like this and that. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a fantastic thing. When you're open about that, that is fantastic, because one less black girl will be a victim of a scam, of a con. So bless them. Listen, I bless them. I bless them. It's all good. It's all good. I don't let that ruin my day. I don't worry about that when I go to sleep at night. I don't feel like we're going to be extinct because of it. None of that. Like, none of that. Because nature is going to take care of itself. Whatever it's going to be is just going to be. It's just going to be. All right, y'all. So I think that's it. I mentioned this because, like we talked about, just because he dates you doesn't mean he wants you. No. No. And y'all need to get that in your head too. Just because a man dates you, F's you, has kids with you, doesn't mean he cares about you. Don't we know this? Is that a real revelation? I don't see how. I don't see how. Life is a game, ladies. It's a game. Hi, Selkis. I asked a question earlier in the chat. I'd like your insight as well. I'll repost. Please repost, because I'm getting ready to end the chat. I got to head to the gym. So just repost it. Let me see. I'll answer you, and then we'll close this out. We will close it out. Yeah, y'all, don't feel threatened by the choices anybody makes. If it doesn't involve you, don't feel threatened. I've been single for a while, but I've known this guy for a decade, and at one point we tried dating, but he moved slow and I moved on. I only see him as a friend, but he still likes me. Should I settle for him? Well, you said he moved slow, so you moved on. When you say he moved slow, like, how slow are we talking about? Like, you dated for 2 years and nothing happened? Or, like, what pace is slow, and under what context was it slow? Meaning, he wasn't ready for something you were ready for. Slow? I need to know more. And you're saying that should I settle for him? So is he wanting a relationship with you? I assume he is. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Because if he's if he's moving slow, I mean, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean a lot of things. It could mean he ain't really that into you, or he's dating somebody else. It could be that, or it could be just his pace. I was young, like 19, and wanted us to date. We had only been talking 4 months, and I wanted to be a couple. Oh, that's so you can't judge it on that. If you were 19 and you only dated for 4 months, I'd say give it a shot. I mean, you were young. I guess he was nine. Was he 19 also? Yeah, I would give it a shot. I would give it a shot. You didn't give it enough time to really see what was going on. I don't know if you were intimate with him or anything. I want to know what the slow part was, because at 19, you're 19. Like what did you want to happen? Did you want him to propose marriage to you? I was impatient, but then I fell out of feelings. I don't find him attractive anymore. Oh, it's that. It's that attractive thing. Well, I tell you this, as I try to tell all women, the attraction thing is not a prerequisite, it's not a requirement to establish any relationship. I don't think we should make it that, because attraction wanes. Attraction, like you hot today and you're not hot tomorrow, and then there's that. So to base uh a prerequisite of considering a relationship on the fact that there's an attraction there, I think it messes a lot of us up. I honestly do. I honestly do. How many of y'all got burned by men you were attracted to? A whole lot. A whole lot. And it's usually the ones you don't like who want to marry you, who will buy you the house, who will take care of your little bastard kids, all that stuff. The ones that you don't want are willing to do all of that stuff. And the ones that you do want, what they do? They have their little peen in their hand and they give you that, and they go along their way. They go along their way. It's unfortunate that, in our society, we put so much value in this thing called attractiveness, because men get burnt too. Men get burnt more times than not chasing around women who don't want them to. That's what MGTOW is all about. Men getting burned by women who never wanted them. But he was so attracted to her, he was willing to risk it all, and you know, ends up with, she takes taking all his guap, clearing out the bank accounts, and going with a man. She's going with a better dude, a dude she's attracted to. But such is life. I think you might want to give him a shot. See what his character is, what kind of person he is. And determine it from that. But attraction, spark, that's attraction and spark and all of that. I don't know, y'all. A lot of people get burned chasing that. A lot of people get burned chasing that. Men base relationships off of attractiveness. Yes, they do. And men get their hearts broken because of it. Men get their bank accounts cleared because of it. The whole MGTOW movement is because of it. Yeah. So it's not that they're winning. It's not that men, because that's what they want, that they are experiencing a high level of success with it, because they're not. They're getting cheated on. Their income is supplemented by other men's income. These a lot of chicks running game on these dudes. A whole lot of I don't love him. I just love what he do. Ain't that what they complain about? Isn't that what men are complaining about? So who's winning here? Nobody. When you lead with that, nobody wins. cities, 90% of women are chasing 10% of desirable men, and vice versa. Paraphrase, Chris Rock said that on Oprah back in the day. I believe that. I mean, it's true. It's true. I said it before. Everyone's single because everyone wants somebody better than themselves. You are looking for somebody better than you, but the guy that you like wants somebody better than him, and so everyone's getting their heart broken because of it. No one's looking at the person's character, the fact that they have humility and goodness in their heart, and are charitable, and honest and clean, and all the virtues. It's, oh, you look good, so let's see what we can do with this. I like your booty. Let's see what we can do with this. And the problem is that when emotions get entangled, you're in a situation that you know you shouldn't be in, that you want to get out of, but now it's complicated. Because your logic tells you to run, but your heart tells you, oh, I don't want to be without this person. I need that booty in my life. I need that booty. And you lose time, you lose your money, you lose your sanity. You lose it all. Suppose it's that spark that they feel activates them. What makes them feel more alive? Not excusing it, just diagnosing it. It's lust. The spark is this lust, that animalistic. I like what I see. I want to screw what I'm seeing. I want to mount that. I want to possess that. I want to own that. I want to control that. That's that's what it is. That chemical thing that happens there. Lust is a chemical release. You know. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna jump off here. But 10 years of knowing him changed things. I think Selkis didn't understand. It's been 10 years. What's been 10 years? I mean, but you still, it doesn't change. You still have to get to know the person. If the offer is still there on the table, then you have to establish a relationship. You have to get to know each other again. That's all. And then you determine from there how you want to proceed. But if you're doubting if you should proceed because there's no spark, then that's another issue. I don't think you base whether you should start a relationship on having a spark or not, or being attracted to the other person, to the man, or not. I don't think that's a solid prerequisite for this thing. There's a lot of scam artists out here that are very attractive and attracting and have a great love making skills, right? All that chakra lining up and all that stuff they do, and they still skate out on you. They still skate out on you. So no, get to know them. So, because I was talking about Scorpio's conversation about the question she asked you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too. That's what I'm talking about too. Give it a shot. You were young when you first got together. It was only 4 months. You can't determine what it is based on that. You think you know them, but I don't know how old you are now. If it's 10 years later, then you got 10 years of experience under your belt. So you got a whole new lens, I hope, by which you're seeing things, by which you're able to evaluate what is valuable and what's not. Hopefully you have that. Have dinner, have a conversation, and see how the thing goes. Unless he's missing a tooth now or something, I don't, give it a shot. Give it a shot. So you guys, I'm out of here. I gotta get going. I appreciate y'all for jumping on the live. Go to the site, uglygirls.com is live. Woo! It's time to get this movement popping. I'm still trying to get the t-shirts made. That's the next to-do list. I got to get the merch going and all that, because we got to get this thing going. Yes, Rosemary, thank you. Again, y'all send me your emails, your pictures, your testimonials. I want bold women. I don't want women that are scared to show who they are. I want bold women who are ready to take a step forward and show the world, listen, I'm here. I matter. I don't care what you think. I'm doing me. That's the coalition of women that I want around me. So if that's you, contact me, hit me up, send me your story so I can put it on there for everybody to read, for everybody to get the lesson from, for everybody to get the healing from, and all of that. That's what we're going to do. All right, I'm out. Peace.